Couple of us now, good evening. The program where they watch now, UDUOTA, with the reach now from Independent Television, Edo State, Nigeria. UDUOTA means heart of the matter, and at the heart of the matter, because they here every evening to discuss the Nigeria projects. Again, my name is Emma Akpololoho. Of course, you know, I tell Nasin, say, would they bring what our Papa come, make also tell us how this country day where we did now. And the spirit of this independence that will go bring our Papa Okon. This is my one man who say, now then, I get this country for heart, and because of that one, now we would come. In a senator of the Fourth Republic, a member of the House of Rep, 1979 to 1983, registrar of the former registrar of Auchi Polytechnic, 1974 to 1978, in the education officer for Bender State, 1991 to 1993, and 1971 to 1973, and also graduate of the Ahmadu Bello University, Knight of the Catholic Church, a Marian devotee, patron of the World Apostolate of Fatima, Africa. Today, we deal with distinguished senator Roland Owe, who was also a former majority leader in the House, in the Senate. Papa, good evening, sir.
Good evening. God bless you. And good evening, viewers.
Yes, today is a very special day in the history of this country. Say you deal with us today, we want to talk about what did they go on for inside this country. But me first of all ask you, what be this Nigeria project? And first of all, just let the young ones when we see that they watch this program, when they never know about this Nigeria dream. If you ask you now, what be the Nigeria project?
Well, Nigeria project. What people look at nationalism, you know, ordinarily nationalism is that the loyalty of the individual to the nation state more than to individuals or ethnic group or sectional group, loyalty to the nation. And quite frankly, loyalty to the nation, our forefathers did their best to be loyal to the nation. At a point, problems started. I'll give you an example. In the First Republic, permanent secretaries in all over the country, federal or regional permanent secretaries, they were very committed, loyal to their state, loyal to the nation. Their own life was to have 4-bedroom, the GROA, go on annual leave, serve the nation properly, and serve without, at least 90% of them were not corrupt. They believe in the nation. They did very well for the nation. But unfortunately, when the military coup came of Murtala Mohammed, these men that suffered worked hard to build the nation. They were hearing their name being retired with immediate effects on television and radio. Some of them, apart from those government reservation area how they were in, which were government quarters, they hadn't their own. They were just waiting to have their pension, build their house, and remain. And as soon as that type of thing happened, the younger one that took over from them now realized that there was no need being loyal to a nation. There was no need. The best thing you do is to take care of yourself. Corruption started. Nationalism died.
So at that yes. nationalism,
yes.
Like which, if you want me to read now, which year, which period of that?
What I'm talking about?
Yes, now.
Yes, what I'm saying. The
1890.
Yeah, the First Republic. You see 1959. You see that our parents, our forefathers, they were dedicated. You see an NCNC person was dedicated to his party, not necessarily to ethnicity. It was said that A.J. Koku, he and his son were not in the same party, but when they are holding political party in his house, you know who agree making Pekin sit down to house, make him walk out, because he want to hold party. They were dedicated to their party, dedicated to the state. But as I said, immediately that military regime of Murtala Mohammed came and everything was scattered. The civil servant now who took over from them, now realized that it was better to take care of themselves. Corruption started. They were the one teaching the minister, the commissioner, the governor who go come say, now here with the chop bribe. Don't, this is how to eat it. Before then, if a minister was traveling, it's the permanent secretary or the accounting officer. It doesn't see money. Commissioner doesn't see money. The PA that will follow him or the undersecretary will follow him on tour to Europe is the one that will pay hotel bill, come back home to balance and settle, offset. But when nationalism died, it was not the minister or the commissioner who was giving money directly. So nationalism has long died. So by the time, even within the that first republic, you even see that government itself, for instance, did not encourage that nationalism after the military have done their own. So quite frankly, if the military did not destroy the civil service, which was the core where they take build a nation, Nigeria would not have been what it is today. So when that civil service was destroyed by Murtala Mohammed regime, destroyed, sacking people who were devoted, the young one that took over from them became armed robbers and now decided to teach the politicians how to steal. So nationalism was no longer there. It's now, according to files, stomach infrastructure.
So which role now do you think, can we say we blame the citizen now in this regard? We make nationalism conscious die?
We can't blame the citizen at all. Well, blame to some extent, blame citizens, but more of it on government. You go to a foreign country, you have social security, you have retirement benefit, you have, you check America, Britain, other foreign countries, you see that there is no way people will not be, they will not have national interest in them because the government takes care of them. But here it's not possible. Even salaries of those who are working are not paid. We're not talking about how to take care of people. How will somebody who's hungry? How will somebody who needs to, who can't find an accommodation? You want that person to be lawyer. Lawyer to where? Nationalism or what? If you look at it, in Second Republic, Shehu Shagari started housing estate in the 12 states of the Federation. Since Shagari left, no government has started housing estate any longer. He spent 4 years and 3 months. It was, within that period, it was 60 kobo to $1 and 90 kobo to £1. But the military came in 1984. Between 1st January, they came in December 31st, 1983. Between 1st January of 1984 to April 1984, the Naira had collapsed. It became 10 Naira to $1 and 20 Naira to £1. People were now queuing to eat. That military regime destroyed the country, destroyed the system, destroyed everything. So if, how can a man who has no roof over his head, I want him to be nationalistic on what? It's not possible.
Okay, sir. A lot of these days, what we now see, most Nigerians, they no longer have faith in the Nigerian projects.
Yes. Yes.
Would you say most of these things where they talk tonight cause those kind of things?
Yeah, it's difficult to have faith in Nigerian projects. You can't blame them, quite frankly. It's not an issue of party alone. It is written that he who works must eat. How do you expect a man or a woman who has worked for a party, national or state or local government, and the idea is that by the time they finish working and voting and their party is in government, they expect the chairman of council and some people to do some development. And if it's not forthcoming, a council chairman, 3 years, no road is graded in his local government. Even the road passing his own village not graded. There were days, there were times when local government chairman appointed vigilante. Who know where I come from? Orubaza was chairman under the UNCP. He started vigilantes and started building houses of the Enigis. But most local government councils you see today, they can't even grade the road in their own village. And yet the revenue that we are accruing to this council today, we're not up to, I put it, 5 times what those ones were receiving. So the truth really is that loyalty is seriously difficult when to a regime that is not doing the needful. I'll give you an example. The UPN regime of late Professor Ambosali came on board here in 1979. That government built 600 grammar schools in the old Bende.
600?
Yes.
600
yes.
grammar school?
Yes.
600?
Where the regime gave free education. Books were supplied. Later, Mo Ikoroda and Erebo printers were the ones printing our books. Books were supplied to primary schools and secondary schools, free of charge. Health was free. The grade 2 teachers who were in teacher training, college of education, were being paid 4,000 naira a month for doing NCE. I was involved. You see commitment. You see that the UPN regime in the old Bende brought development to the people and the land. There was commitment. Since that, I haven't seen the government has done as much as what the UPN regime did in the old Bende under Professor Ambosali. The first year, the government awarded 1,400 something scholarships to Bende Light to America and to Britain. Look, we have not seen that regime any longer. That government was in opposition to the NPA federal government. Yet, when Ali was going to build what we call Bende television today, Bende television, it was difficult to get the foreign exchange to do it. Because the NPA federal government was not ready to give it. It was a different way that was made to be able to buy equipment to establish the what we now see EBS. So government, that's why it's not by mistake that the word God and government, they start with GG. What God cannot come down by himself to do, government is supposed to do it. Sometimes you look at television and see a woman or a man, say you see a woman or a child having problem with a kidney. And they will say on television, I need 3 million, 4 million, or 6 million to do kidney or something. A responsible government anywhere in the world will put a special advisor in charge of health who should look at what is happening on television every evening. Look at it. Find out. As soon as you see it, Mr. A having this problem. The advisor goes into it, find out whether it is true, because it can be faked. And they look into it. All you do, the government takes it up. What will a government, state government, with 500 million security, or 800, I don't know what they earn now, what they have. We sit down, see on television a woman or a man being advertised, suffering, all the money that is needed to 8 or 5 million or 10 million. And that same governor also goes to sleep without bothering. According to Mrs. Jonathan, there is God though.
So, Papa, again, maybe we'll see you go further in the Nigerian projects. You just talk about health now. Just today, resident doctors call off about their 63-day strike. But we did read for book for a time that even Saudi Arabia was even coming to UCS for medical services.
Oh, yes.
So what can happen?
Good. You see, it's unfortunate. Psalm 130 verse 3 says, if God should count our guilt, no one will be free. Here we are, legislators, who vote money, approve money during the budget. And that is why the National Assembly or State Assembly has oversight function. To find out projects that were approved, whether it was actually executed.
Yes.
Find out the Fourth Republic, Senate, it was Wahala. Want to see what Obasanjo, what we voted the money for to do. But I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening now. Our colleagues must wake up. Because you can't vote billions on billions on billions. And you get to where we are supposed to use it, not there. And then when you say, okay, oh, there's a need to deal with the chief executive, then sentiments start entering. When we found that OBJ, during that period, was doing a certain thing, we started impeachment procedure against him. The signature was already completed until 2 former presidents of the country intervened. Because what is not good is not good. Our legislature must wake up and ensure that what they vote, you vote money for a particular project, ensure that it is done. But today, I'm not too sure what is happening. So quite frankly, you're upset about the hospital. Nigerian doctors are everywhere. And quite frankly, a number of the doctors too have no health issues.
How?
You find a doctor who is in the hospital, a patient comes, he observes the patient, sees the patient, quietly direct the patient to his own private clinic. In short, more patients now appear in doctor private clinics than in the main hospital. Unfortunately for them, doing this, they do not know that what they are doing, they are creating, they are writing their own history that they will answer before Christ at the day when judgment comes. Ask. And then you get to a hospital in the rural area, not a single medical doctor, maybe one. And in the urban area, doctors will totally feel it, doing nothing.
But sir, that must be the
role
of the
the government
is supposed to do that.
Government should ensure that doctors go to our non-rural area, they stay in Benin, transfer them, they are not ready, leave. So the government should not allow what is happening today. I was in a local government a few days ago, but I won't mention it. Only one doctor was in that hospital in about 15 villages around it. So as soon as I expect that His Excellency Governor Obaseki, as soon as this constitutes an ESCO, he should put the leg down. Let medical doctors be posted to all doctors. If they are not, anyone that is not ready to go, let him resign. It's not pepper soup. Our problem must be taken care of. Not when we are going to strike, you see all of them. Let them do their work and do it well. And in short, this private clinic was a problem. If you want to be a private practitioner, leave and be a private practitioner. Let medical doctors finish going to the job.
But sir, the government too, they fair to those doctors too. Because, for instance, we are talking about nationality today, and those doctors, they swear, they call Hippocratic oath and all that. They see now they are, as resident doctors, government, they train them to be consultants. Now our money. But now there was a newspaper I read where about 30,800 of them, they're planning to leave. Now, they leave because the condition of service here is not good. So, what's in your own way should be done to stop this brain drain of medical doctors abroad?
Yes. The truth is, you can't give what you don't have. The medical doctors, I'm not too sure that their welfare are really being taken care of. I was reading today or yesterday that all the conditions the medical doctor gave, they have not even looked at it. Severally, you hear medical doctors are on strike. I'm shocked that doctors' salaries have been owed by the federal government. That is insanity. People taking care of human beings, you are owing their salaries. Because what they go through, we are talking about COVID, no COVID, or other things, leprosy, all the type of diseases. Well, then they move into it without looking back. It's God that is saving the medical doctors. So there's a need for them to be paid well. And whatever they are being paid should be regular. Because for a governor, a president, you want to take care of himself, he traveled outside the country and leave his own medical facilities in the country. It showed to him that is not ideal. So our National Assembly should make a bill. Or let no president, anybody in the government, travel outside for a medical checkup or medical treatment. If you are in government, let's develop this place. Let's develop this place.
Let's develop this place.
Yes, the resources are there.
The resources are there.
Yeah, but what I am saying, well, check. Will government bring in budgets without funding? Look at national government. It is borrow, 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 borrow. I read a few days ago that the amount of borrowing now will take years to pay back.
So as
let it be used.
But as legislators,
yes,
we are not supposed to go over side functions, over such borrowing.
I've said it before. Yeah, there's oversight function.
Over such borrowing,
no,
or at least
over the
borrowing.
Yes,
the borrowing.
Yes.
You're not supposed to tell us, okay, see what you want to do, see what you want to do.
Yes.
Or this is the first one we will collect, see what we take and do, see what we can do.
Good. That is where, that, you know, how do I put it? The Benin Post have a parable. Ogyon or Siaba born day. It's only the enemy of the person that advised a man in the palace of the Oba. Our colleagues in the National Assembly, they should know that God sees them. They should know that people they are serving sees them. They should know that their conscience will judge. How will you going to grant loan and loan and loan? You are not finding out what that loan is being used for. I told you, I was in Abuja a few days ago. I spoke to some of my colleagues. Look, the rate at which we are going, Senator, we say Senator for life. People will be now start insulting us. Please, why not let us behave so that we can bring dignity to that name. Borrowing will just come within 2 hours, it is cleared and they take money. We are not even finding out what that money is being used for. The oversight function, I'm very sorry, I don't know how serious it is now. All the structure of the legislature, state and National Assembly. So I think our legislators must wake up. You approve a budget, monitor what money is coming, because budget is budget, not necessarily that the money is there. And so the National Assembly or State Assembly must follow up and ensure that all the items they are budgeted for and find out how it's being funded. And go to the field to find out. Because they are the representative of the people. The House of Assembly and the House of Rep and the Senators are the one who move from village to village campaigning and making promises. Then with the president and the governor. The commissioner never went, they didn't make any promise to anybody, or the minister didn't make any promise to anybody. So those who made the promise are chief executive and the legislators. And so for them to save their name and don't infringe the social law is to ensure that what they budget for is done. For instance, I don't know now what is happening to budgeting. In Second Republic, before budget will start, Kembadi was special advisor for National Assembly. While Oba Ahmed was special advisor to the House of Rep of Chagari and Tuba Okadibo for Senate also. The moment it's time for budgeting, you just see Kembadi will bring a paper for opposition members, like as we were, UPN, PRP, NPP, and GMPP. You are given maybe hospital, one hospital, post office. For instance, the new post office near the Oba Palace was my project. I put it. Former governor Yegun was PAMSEC communication. As soon as it was done, I said, Uncle, post office for Benin City. And it was done. So when you feel it, then a road for 3 members. There was a road, Agbo, Eboigai, Ogarefe. which cuts across Delta, Delta, three of us, Honorable UDUOTA Federal, myself, Orion Federal, and so who was Ethiop Federal, three. We now took that road and put it on our budget. And within a week, everything is gone. So when the budget now comes, the president comes to read the budget. It doesn't take more than a week in the floor of the House of Rep. Because all members of the House have contributed to the budget. And as soon as I open the budget, you see your project there. Monday, the first debate on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is passed. And implementation was quite thorough.
Implementation
was quite thorough. Chief Shagari was wonderful. Then we started with the River Basin authorities. Later Walker was general manager of Benue River Basin. River Basin farms were located for my local government, my constituency, federal constituency, former Orion federal constituency, about 10 River Basin authority. And Shagari moved in. Unfortunately, supervision and implementation had some problem. The housing estate he established today are there. No government had talked about it. Our forefather came up, established Ukpila Cement, established Soba Texas Mill, established what do you call it, Alaja Steel, established Ajaokuta Steel. We came and destroyed them and sold them off. What can be the idea when they sell those things? Greed and irresponsibility. Look at me. Even if you were saying, why not privatize? Why not commercialize so that government and private sector can be part of it? They're sold for peanut. Where's Ukpila Cement today? It's not functioning. At least it started functioning. Ewu flour mill that was started by Abutali government. Where is it? As about Texas mill is gone. Alaja gone. Delta Glass gone. Nigerian Airways, private airline, Arik and all others now, airpiece not moving. If Nigerian Airways have been commercialized, not sold off. Unfortunately, every one of us will appear before the throne of grace at the appropriate time when we die. This world is vanity. Whoever thinks that what he's doing in government, local government, state government, federal, they think that you can just do evil and go away. Yes, okay, try it. If that person escapes it here, he won't escape it before the throne of grace.
For us, the program that was now UDUOTA on the reach now from Independent Television, Edo State, Nigeria. If you just joining, we deal with a senator of the Fourth Republic and also a member of the House of Rep between 1979 to 1983. Senator Roland Oguye, and they let us know in our former majority whip for Senate. You see, we bring this about today because make us to tell us about how it be that time and why we say so many people not come believe in Nigeria project because so many things when we say they happen and how those with their lives. But we also look for solutions to most of them. We really look at solutions, but you know, people like Baba don't people say there was a come, but we really need to appreciate you, Baba, because of the interest of this country you have, that you can come to the studio this kind of time, even at this age, to ensure that we talk about the Nigeria project. So thank you very much, sir. All right, 052-290-573, 052-290-573. Just call us, and if you get one question when you want to ask Baba, you ask her. But again, like we talk, you know, use of language is very important on the program. Yes, we don't say every place things go get as a binner as on the hungry, insecurity everywhere. But this country is called indivisible entity. We say we know if we say make we go anywhere. So now that's why all of us must draw one group as a country. Baba, one person say send me message and ask you this question. The history of this country, which time nepotism take creep enter?
Well, nepotism have been in this country.
From Indonesia.
Yeah, look, it just becomes, you now, all you need to find out what level or the nepotism.
Yeah.
Good. I'll give you an example. We're in Western region. So Babna Awolowo was premier. It was a university in Ibadan. But if not for nepotism, how would Awolowo establish another university and put it at Ife?
Come again?
If you're not nepotism, how will Awolowo, a revered leader, University of Ibadan is in Ibadan, was now establishing another university and put it at Ife, a bedroom far from it? If it's not nepotism, if not nepotism, why will he do that? That university will be brought to Benin or to Asaba, because it was Western region. He put it at Ife. So nepotism will be here. Totally. And if you look at it,
okay, actually there is University of
Ibadan. Papa was going to a second university, he put at Ife. He didn't bring it to Benin. He didn't bring it to Asaba or to Warri. Nepotism. So nepotism has been with us. It's only what the degree of nepotism. Our friend and brother, Professor Musali, he came to the party headquarters, party ESCO, because that time party was supreme. Even though UPN regime, UPN constitution make the chairman, governor, chairman of the party. Yet,
okay, which means that Tawede, nobody of us just start. You know, they keep saying that governor or president is leader of the party.
No, our own.
That is, don't say when that thing starts.
That our own, different. That of being leader is just well, it's not constitutionally. Say governor leader, but by the party constitution. Because of the betrayal, Awolowo had from Estela Akintola. He now, in drawing the UPN constitution, made the president chairman of the party. Yes, and they made the governor, whoever governor, chairman of the party.
That's it, don't say what you see there.
No, so it was chairman of the party. But those who occupied there at that time were sensible, they were reasonable. Ali was chairman of the party UPA in Bende, because of our constitution. Papa Mafidon was vice. But with that, there was no party meeting that was held in the government house. It was held in UPA headquarters along the TV road. That story be done right before Baptist High School. Any budget, when it is time for budget, Ali will write to the chairman of the party, the vice chairman, Mafidon, to inform the secretary, to inform all the local government chairmen to meet with their people and bring project they want in the budget of the state. The local government ESCO will meet with their representative, whether you are in the House of Rep or so on, assembly, they will draw what they want in their budget. They will bring them back again to the party headquarters. It will be compiled as a party. And as chairman of the party with governor, we come to the party secretariat where that budget will be debated. Members of the House of Assembly who are members of UPA will be who we are debating it. Why the commissioner will be in attendance? Because they are not elected, they are appointed. They can't comment. You see a chairman of party say, well, we need a school at Ilobi, we need a school at Eho, we need this one, we need a health center here. By the time it's finished, the governor will be seated. By the time that debate is done and it's finalized, maybe it takes about a week, then the budget will be prepared and sent to the governor. The governor will now take that budget now and address the House of Assembly. It was a party budget. And the debate didn't take time. Now, appointment of commissioner. Once agreed, allocation of how many commissioners to each local government. The local government, they want to recommend their commissioner. Clear, when they all sign it. We zone, in our own, we give Ali, governor, 3 commissioner slots. One of the slots was Akuko Edo that he chose. Honorable Mark Oloyo is there, is alive. It's on Ewa Road. Ask him. Omolaye and one other person, the person the governor wanted, Alco said they don't know him. He's a absentee citizen. He should choose another one. And at the end. Okay. So what there, like for when we're in the House of Rep, every Sunday evening, all members of the UPA in the House of Rep will meet in Awolowo's house in Park Lane to prepare for tomorrow, new week. The other paper will be brought on Monday. The other paper is for 1 week. But that other paper, now we will sit down for Awolowo house for evening, Park Lane, we'll debate it. Who will talk? Tome Boko, you will take out. This one will talk. We agree on who will talk in the assembly. To talk. Party discipline.
Party discipline.
Yeah, party discipline. By the end, you sign as a member, you sign a standing order, deduction from your salary. So it is from the account Department of National Assembly that the money is deducted straight to the party account. You pay to national and pay to the state that you come from as a member of the House. Contribution to your party. All party members will hold their card. At the end of the month, you will see it. You go and pay your dues. Party was in order. Not waiting for someone, governor, anybody, or president to bring money to run a party. Party members are contributing.
Okay, let's look at solution now, because these days, so many young people from within the happen for this country, insecurity, hunger, inflation of that one. A lot of them don't even, you see this issue of even doctors when I bring now, a consultant at that level looking for means to leave this country. So the issue is, what are the way out? What will be the way forward? What will make young people now coming to get fit for this country again? And what will be your recommendations to government on some of these problems in this country?
Well, quite frankly, if we continue the way we are now, our youth, our younger ones, must wake up. And they should differentiate what they want. A number of them are very anxious to make money, not caring how the money is made. That's why you are seeing Yahoo everywhere. Fraud, online fraud.
Not caring how the money is made.
They don't care. So our parents, we parents have a duty, proper duty, to try to bring up our children. I'll tell you, my mother had 11 children. 8 died before I came, number 9. The other 2 died the same day. The only surviving child of my mother, but my father married other wives. When I be giving him yam in the farm too, when you are planting yam, at a point he will stop and look at me. Oh, my pikin. What back here will be you? Now you only remain for all the children where your man born for this house. Look. What do you know say no fit for public, don't talk for private. 2, if you and your friend do business, and by the time before they pay una, your friend die, you share go give your wife. 3, no way where to sweet you with your girlfriend, make you sleep for girlfriend house. Man where he die for girlfriend house on a bad day, now he die. 4, if man, you go buy land, and somebody dey struggle with you, go meet the man where you buy am from, make it carry. If you enter politics, as I dey now for NCNC, what do you believe now you go do? Don't take money, make you vote for where you no want. Vote where you know say go good. Finally, wife where you go put for house, you know, whether na 1 or na 2 or na 3, respect them, because they are more than Russia. I don't know where you know Russia. He say because you go kitchen, why you go kitchen go cook? I said no. If bad woman they maltreat, you go kitchen, you cook, put something where they kill, you eat your food, you die. Wait me, we'll talk. Respect the women, but don't be their slave. So, our parents we have a duty to train, to make sure that our children, what we are seeing today, you just see all the grammar schools that were built under the UPA, in both Bende and the total Bende. Most of those grammar schools today are dilapidated. They are not even students inside them. Because when people now started going abroad, our mothers will just, once Mary or Dorcas feel get visa, go Rome or travel, the mother will just take the papa, they come Benin or come to Warri or come to Asaba, come sit down. They hire house. When their daughter, they bring money. The woman I go inside bathroom, will go take phone from his daughter away the phone. Ah, my pikin, hey, how now? And when you bring, don't send money to your papa. Hey, go take and carry women. You go to answer them for toilet. So at the end of the day, the house in the village is abandoned. Children will attend that school around in Benin or Asaba or Warri. Their lifestyle changed, no training any longer. Half of those children are the Yahoo we are seeing today. Then our traditional, the Enigies have no health issues. You find an Enogi of a place, instead of remaining in the village, where is the Enogi? To take care. He moves to Benin City. He moved to Warri. It's better in some of it, better is only there. In Edo Central, you're perfectly okay. They are doing their best. You see Enigies in Edo Central, they are resident in their area. But in Edo South, 3/4 of our Enigies are in Benin. How will they control? How will they be there? Apart from going maybe there once in 9 days. And all this insecurity you are finding today, if our Enigies really sit down in the village with their Odionwere and say we are here, really, young ones, come up, we name una. Any stranger when you enter this town, look at the house where they make a find out. Landlord, what they come to here? I tell you, if you have Enigies are resident in their rural areas, and then they do thorough work, all the bandits will not be there.
Okay, by way of wrapping up, your political party PDP, they don't zone presidency come south.
PDP? PDP? No, PDP has not zoned the presidents or the governors.
Okay, so the governors, what is they talking about now?
Okay, well, I read that the governors of PDP said they zoned presidency to this.
Yes,
to the
yes,
south.
that's what I'm trying to tell, not PDP, the governors themselves.
So PDP governors.
Yes.
You now don't see where Pikin go tell him papa say, now here go carry farm. Pikin go tell him papa, papa come, this farm, next year this farm, now here one farmer. That's not bastard Pikin. The governors are product of the party. They are not the owner of the party. Yeah, they are leaders. How will you sit down? They have done their own, the party will do their own. Let's face it, I will sit down and say, yeah, this PDP governor, they don't zone president to the south. Because they were elected governor. Who were they when they were before election? They go everybody to respect each other. Yeah. Let me tell you, this is a problem in Nigeria. Where there is no justice, there cannot be peace. There's no way. 1999, zoning started after the Equime Constitutional Conference, although it was not enshrined as a law, but an arrangement that will bring peace. So, AMPP or APP, PDP, and APP and PDP both took their candidate from the south, Obasanjo and Olufalaye. Because of zoning, Obasanjo lost his unit. He lost his ward. He lost his local government. He lost his state. He lost the entire southwest zone. PDP did not win it. But he won presidential election because of that zoning and agreement. But just spent 8 years, handed over to the north. Yar'Adua came on board. May so rest in peace. Yar'Adua, 2 years plus, was a wonderful tenure. He brought peace to Niger Delta. He admitted that his own election was faulty. He was ready for true federalism before God called him. Then the vice president, Jonathan, took over. This is the problem. Abacha's constitution was wonderful, which Abdul Salam called threw away. He created 2 vice presidential candidates. Say if one president will come from north, one vice president will come from north, one vice president will come from south. So if a president will come from south, the enemy die or come out. The vice president where they south will just step in and complete his tenure. If the one where they not die, the other one. So there will not be the type of confusion that came when Yar'Adua died. Jonathan had to step in. Jonathan stepped in, finished the remaining part of Yar'Adua, and they moved in and did another 4 years. So when you calculate on PDP platform, Southern Nigeria had done 14 years, 140 days as president of Nigeria. When you approach issue on selfishness, you do get it to destroy those who are planning it. So, as you are talking on PDP, because this is not the law.
No.
On PDP, when you remove 8 years plus, if you remove 14 years plus, which is Southern Nigeria taking for presidency, and remove the 2 year plus that Yar'Adua did. So you find that the North, remove that, the North has almost 10 years more to go for presidency, because we took 14.5 years plus. They took 2 years. When you remove about, let's call about 11 years for the North on PDP to run presidency. There's somebody sitting down and says, don't go presidency to the South. On PDP platform. So that's out of the question. Then on APC, I'm not talking for them. APC started their own clearly 8 years from the North. They are finished. For APC, their presidency should come to South. No negotiable, unless they want to be unfair to God or unfair to themselves. But PDP, South haven't taken 40 years plus their presidency for 2023 for the North. You can't come to equity without clean hands.
We'll talk this with the distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, when we say served this country, of the senator of the Fourth Republic, Senator Ronald Uwe, and they look issue of Nigeria, and you see the last one they talk about this, you know, see, either one when we see this game, this however, when it comes to politics. One day again, you know, it will be now, but one day will come finally cap them up with true federalism, because now there we won't go to bulk. Of course, in the time, not they always be our best ally, but all the same, we thank you very much for coming. God bless you for the time we get this evening to come join us this night to talk about Nigeria and everything. We believe, say, as an elderly man, we salute you, but one day, too, we'll still come big one more time. We can do.
God bless you now. God bless you.
All right, people for us, I think we'll take up for the program today. We salute everybody who say join us. I know if you forget to greet your wife. Yes, Mrs. Obia, everywhere they watch us, because for you to allow Oga to come this night, God, thank you very much for that privilege too. So that's how we'll take up the program today. Until on Friday again, we'll do it again. God bless Nigeria. Good night.